Hello and welcome to Key Lessons for a deck profile, my list for Mastemon. I meant to do this deck list a bit earlier in the set, but I never got around to it. But I still see people looking for deck profiles for Mastemon, specifically budget lists. And my list is budget in the sense that outside of buying 2 starter decks, I didn't buy any more cards. I had a few good cards that I could put in it, but I didn't go out of my way to buy more cards outside of getting box topper versions of the Tamers. So I do have 2 Zwart Defeats and 1 Magna Angemon, and those cards are a bit pricey these days, but we can work around that in your lists. So starting off with the level 2s, I have 4 copies of Nyaramon and 1 copy of Demi-Meramon. I see more people preferring to use Demi-Meramon, but I personally prefer to draw when attacking as opposed to drawing on deletion. For my level 3s, I've gone with a yellow base, and we have 4 copies of Salamon and 4 copies of Candlemon, and then we do have a couple purples. We have 2 Gazimon and 1 Tapiamon. Salamon is not entirely necessary if you want to rely on Gatomon for the inherited of DNA Digivolving at the end of your turn, but I like the extra security of in case you don't have a Gatomon out there to do that. Countermon, I do like the inherited of gaining the memory when you play a purple, because when you Digivolve, you probably will play a purple when you Digivolve into Mastemon and play a card from your security. Gazimon is just a memory blocker, but I would almost change the Gazimons for Tapiamons because they're too removable, so you might as well go for something that's going to get a draw. For level 4s, 4 Gatomon is vital. This is a key card in this deck. This comes in the starter deck, so you don't have to worry about buying it or anything, but this is how you will build your DNA evolutions when it comes to being memory starved. You can do it as your turn ends. So we also have 2 Black Gatomon. So this card has Rush, and there are ways to play it for free so we can actually use that Rush. Now we have 2 Recovery Gatomon. This card is more or less a budget replacement for Magna Angemon. She will recover when played, but only if 3 or less life, and it's a level 4. So obviously, in an ideal build, you've got the Magna Angemons, and it's a level 5. You're one step closer to your level 6, but this is budget. And rounding up level 4s, we have Wizardmon. We would prefer to have multicolors just for the security of being able to play our option cards that are multicolor, if nothing else, as well as some of the level 5s can't Digivolve on any colour. So for level 5s, 4 Angelwomon, definitely vital. This card's great on play, security attack -2, and 1 Magna Angemon. As I said, this card costs a little bit, so I only had the 1 copy and I wasn't going to spend the money on more. So those are the yellow, but you need purple as well to DNA Digivolve. So I have 2 of the Lady Devimon that come in starter. It's not my favourite, to be honest. I swear every time I use it when Digivolving of trashing a card, I never find anything. So that's why I prefer the security of this Lady Devimon, which just draws 2 and then trashes 2. You don't have to worry about searching for a particular card. Level 6s, of course, we have 4 copies of Mastemon. It's what the deck is built around. It's a great level 6. I love it. Very good to you Digivolve into it for free, provided you have the level 5s there, and then you get to put something from your trash into your security and then play something from your security. So you can pick what you're putting in there. You can put your Rush Gatomon, you could put in your Recovery Magna Angemon, or you could put in the Angelwomon to give the opponent security -2, whatever you need at the time. And the other level 6s, we have 2 more. We have Ophanimon Fall Down Mode. Bonus, bit of recovery, and if you Digivolve on purple, you also delete a level 4 or less. And we have 2 level 7s, just Omnimon, Zwart Defeat. Like I said, it is expensive, but I already own them. So you could, instead of putting them in, put in more level 6s or more option cards or whatever you have at your disposal. Tamers are Kari. We have a few recoveries going on, and it's pretty cool to do that when you to Digivolve into a Ophanimon when you have 3 memory and then recover, and then therefore suspend Kari and gain a memory, and then it remains your turn. And in option cards, we have 4 copies of Flame Hellscythe. This card is pretty good. You're trashing a lot, so this will make use of your trash and help you get your level 5s on board, as well as killing something. And then we have Chaos Degeneration at 2. I'm not too sure if I like this card or not. Sometimes I feel like I should swap it out for Werven's Breath, because when it's hit in security, you do get to do its effect, except you don't get to trash their top security as well. So that could be a little bit annoying sometimes. And then rounding up, the one of Memory Boost, because it's pretty good. So there you go, guys. I definitely recommend building this deck, even if you can't afford expensive cards like Magna Angemon or Lucemon Chaos Mode. It's pretty strong even without them. And it's a very nice looking deck. You gotta go stylish and get yellow and purple sleeves, get those old art Karis, and it's clean looking. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe, and also you can follow me on Twitter at Haki Lessons. I also talk about Dragon Ball Super and One Piece card game. And in the future, I'm hoping to get a few of the guys from my Digimon locals to help me out with some content, get some gameplay stuff going on. I'll get some deck profiles from some of the top players. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you then.